Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 and another Naval Powerhouse video. This time we are giving the chonk that is Brazil a chance to rule the waves, so let's jump on in. So Brazil, we start with a little bit of a navy, a couple of battleships, which is quite nice. However, they are pretty trash. I mean, 20 speed is absolutely abysmal, so we may end up just getting rid of these, or I may end up upgrading them because I suppose I could put another engine on it to fix the speed, but we'll see how we go. At least we start with a bit of a navy. We do have cruisers and destroyers, and they are still pretty trash, but the speed's okay, I suppose. Now, I'm going to mix it up today on this one, so instead of just going carriers, we're going to do no carriers, in fact, and we're going to go battleships, and specifically super heavy battleships. So Brazil is going to have a couple of big bad boys, and we're going to see if they are still a little bit OP or it's worth just going for carriers. We've only got 2 research slots, so we're going to go and get new cruisers because we're going to need breakthrough so we can actually start researching super heavy battleships. And we'll need 1936 heavy ships for that as well. So a couple of days getting them going. We can use them then to research the big boys because we do need to move towards that breakthrough point. Construction, we obviously will need a research facility to research it, so we'll get the Naval Super Duper Research Unit. As Brazil, we do start with the legacy of the naval arms race, which means dockyard speed, absolutely terrible construction, and we can't actually build that big of a heavy ship. So to be able to build our super duper ones, we will need to get rid of that. Now, focus tree and the path we're going is obviously monarchism, so we're going to go get Portugal and see if they want to align with our king. So imperialism always, so we'll start with end the state of emergency and we'll work down to picking a king and seeing if Portugal wants to join us. I think the plan for today is join the Axis, defeat the Allied fleet and finish WW2. The South America here I'm probably not going to bother with unless they attack me. I can't be arsed with the usual South America invasion of all of these crappy jungle territories, so we'll only fight back if they start it. We won't go conquering all of them. We get a choice between 2 different Pedros, but I think I'm going to take the right-hand side. Pedro Enrique's got better bonuses, and then we'll go start getting our non-aligned support up before moving over to Navy. I'm going to go pick up the Political Fox. Political power plus 10%, political advisor minus 20, so he will pay himself off. Ideology defense a bit not great since we want to change ideology, but that's not the end of the world. Heavy ship is done, so we'll go and get probably the big guns actually, because we do need to put these cannons onto our big heavy battleship. And with that focus we gain a new leader, and I must say I think he is the most fly looking mofo in this whole game as a political leader. He is incredible. I wish I just had half as much aura as he's got. But he's going to tick over the non-aligned support for us. We need a little bit more to go further down the tree. So we'll go and start the naval side. Pick up a few extra dockyards. Another 2 there. We'll probably go and get the naval advisors because the destroyers you get are pretty pants. Research facility is built. So we'll go and recruit ourselves a scientist because we have none. So he doesn't get a nice trait, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying. Old Ernesto here, but he is going to show us how to build a rather large ship. Well, he will do once he gets a breakthrough point in his research, but we'll have to keep working for that at the moment. Bit of advice someone gave me was early on, if I just start building some empty cruisers, so we'll go give them a light cruiser battery. Anti-air we can probably build now, to be fair, that doesn't need upgrading. Fire control, and that will do. That is the best engine. So it's pretty pants, but we can use this empty shell. Once they are out and built, we'll just convert them into stuff with good guns on it, which will just speed up the process a little bit rather than wasting our time now building convoys. We'll go and get rid of the legacy of the naval arms race so we can actually have enough build points, or whatever you want to call it, to actually build our super heavy battleships, and especially the dockyard build speed. I'm going to pick up Blue Water Fleet for the 100% bonus in battleship models. That will let me get the 1940 battleship very early, and that will give us engine 3, which we can then go and put into our big boy battleships to make them quicker. We'll just switch over for a bit of construction to start with, seeing as we are almost there on our naval. We'll get that once we start researching the 1940 ships. We'll go and grab partial MOB as well, just to help with our economy building. We are now just building civs, so that will massively improve it. So we'll start building them in the places with the best infrastructure. Right, I think that's all I want on this side of the focus tree. This gets us some battleships and stuff, but they're absolute pants, so we don't really want them. So I think I'll go back across now and we'll finish off restoring our monarchy over here, and then we'll go grab a research slot as well. I've got our bonus now, so we'll go and get the 1940 heavy ships. Take about a year, which is fine. That'll be probably about the time we research, and we get those lovely engine 3s that we want. Let's get a Chief of Navy. I think we'll go with Decisive Battle for capital ship and screen attack and defense and a bit of armor. We'll obviously start ticking up our XP as well. We are the breakthrough point, so let's go and get super heavy battleships. Just over a year it's going to take, so mid-38 we'll be able to start doing them. We do need a bit of resource to do it, so we are going to have to trade our life away for some steel. Naval Advisors, I'm going to go and get the British one, which gets capital ship armor, but more importantly, dockyard out plus 5%. Because we're going to want to get our big boy battleships out as soon as possible, because they are going to take an age. Matter of priorities, attack. I mean, I'm always going to go for speed, because the speed of these ships is what's going to be the negative in our navy and slow everything down. And we finally have our new king. Pedro Enrique is in charge of the non-aligned, who are now the ruling party. So we'll continue a little bit down the focus tree. We'll go and see if Portugal wants to join us, which will be rather handy if they did. Oh, they've accepted unification. Normally they just accept puppet. Sometimes they reject. I've had a lot of puppeting, but rarely do they actually fully on accept. So that is very, very good news. We're now the United Kingdoms of Brazil and Portugal. We get all the cores in Portugal. We don't get any new traits, annoyingly. We do get some new dockyards. We have 12, so which gives us perfect 10 amount to be able to build our 2 big battleships, which is very nice. And we gain a lovely bunch of new troops. We also do get the Portuguese land. So we've got a bit here in India. We've got a bit over here in Indonesia. A bit of Africa. So yeah, we've got some good front lines to attack the Allies from now. We can finish truly fixing our country. So we can get the Empire of Brazil and Portugal. And he'll get the Emperor of Brazil and get some very good traits as well. We have a few more factories, so we'll start building some artillery because we are a little bit behind on army. Pedro is now the Emperor of Brazil. Political power, stability, war support, and attack and defense on core. We can now just bypass these focuses because Portugal no longer exists. And we can restore our honour, removing our negative national spirits as well. Although we have quite a bit of navy left to do on the focus tree, it's all a bit pants if I'm honest, so I probably won't go much further. We do want the expand the repair for the refitting speed to do our cruisers later. You do get a couple of carriers here, but A, I'm not doing carriers, and B, they're pants. And then like 70 days with 2 dockyards, not really worth it in my opinion, I think. What I'm going to do instead is repair our economy bit and get rid of the rebels as well that's affecting us. So we'll work down this little industrial tree here, improving our industry. The Navy of Brazil does have some very nice bonuses now, so we should be looking okay once we actually get out to sea. We can now build our super heavy battleship. So we're going to start with engine 3s, more speed, which is very good. We definitely need as much max speed as possible, as this is going to be our slowest ship. Super heavy battery, anti-air, fire control, though we'll upgrade that. We have no radar. We won't bother with secondary because it's all about the heavy attack with these boys. Another super heavy, another super heavy. We'll add the speed. I want to balance a bit more. So, okay, I think I'm happy with that. 26 knots max speed, which is going to be faster than any allied, dreadnought old ship. So at least we can outrun them if they're involved in their fleets. We've got over 100 heavy attack, bit of anti-air. This is what we're going to be building, and hopefully this will be enough. With the resources fixed, we are at January 42, end of Jan. I'm hoping to cut that down with a few research bits. Disperse industry adds on, obviously, and we get a few more bonuses, so we should get them out earlier. I'm not too happy with the names, really. I might change the names for them. There we go. That is much more fitting. We have Pelé and Ronaldo, the 2 Brazilian icons. They will lead our fleet. I can take a bit of a hit with my political power for some dockyard output plus 6%, minus 20% political power gain. So I think I can kind of afford to do that because political power I'm not too bothered about anymore. So I think I'm going to take 2 of them out, and that way I get 12% dockyard output, which will really help our big boy heavy ships. And with dispersed industry 3, we are now at July 41. That is much more acceptable. I'm quite happy about that. That is the rebels dealt with, so they won't be bothering us anymore. Bit of stability, which also improves our dockyard output. So That moves us up to end of June 41 now, so getting even closer. Luckily, Portugal gives me some lovely 100% infrastructure to build our dockyards in, so that'll make them rather quick, so we can start getting more cruisers, and then we'll need some destroyers out as well. Now, I said I won't go and invade anyone, but Venezuela has got quite a lot of oil that I kind of would like to run my fleet with, so we are going to justify them. Hopefully they won't get in guarantees. They are Brown Party and we are non-aligned, so as long as they don't join the Axis, I don't think the Allies will jump in. Hopefully the Allies will give us the lovely aluminum. France has refused. Brilliant. I don't know if that will immediately take us to war, so we won't do that. We will just have them call our bluff. United Kingdom refuses as well. That's a bit annoying, as I did want a bigger border on Venezuela, so a little bit annoying. Let's set up a naval invasion, because I don't want to have to push through the jungles, and Venezuela shouldn't be too difficult, but we do want their lovely oil. Let's go and pick up the computing machine, and then we can get the old targeting system afterwards. So we do need a few of them into our battleships. Gonna go and pick up the refit speed, ready to upgrade our cruisers once we get the guns ready. Gonna go and get radar research as well now, because I always forget about that, and we are going to need to be able to spot the enemy navy to actually take them out. In as we go in battleships, we'll go fleet in being. We'll just start on the battleship side. We don't have carriers, but I've got to get past that one. Right, we've landed in Venezuela. We are taking that other port as well. They are trapped, so a good bit that should bring some of their troops off the front line in the south. So we'll get the rest of our army over here over. And there goes Venezuela. They have a lot of guns and equipment, which is very important, actually. I did need all of that. We'll just take all the land to grab those lovely oil resources. 1940 destroyers are done, so we'll go and start getting some of them out, as we will need some very good screens for our cruisers. So we'll start a battery, we'll go anti-air, don't have a fire control, so we'll do the naught one. We'll add torpedo 2s. I do want to put some depth charge when I get them, but we'll just put some torpedoes and I'll upgrade to a sonar and depth charge later on. Let's sort our cruisers out. So we'll go fire control 2 now to improve our hit chances. I don't have a radar. I won't do engine or anything or armor, because that's what absolutely crucifies the... We've got loads of speed anyway, so that's fine. We'll go light cruiser battery 2. Someone said just do 1s, but 2 just seems so much better. So, and it's not much cost. So we'll go for a few of the light batteries 2, and I think that should do it. So we'll just save that. Hopefully this won't take too long. Light attack. These should be the ones absolutely tearing through any destroyers that the enemy have. We've got 8 of them, so how long? As long as it's, I don't know, under a couple of months, I think I'll be happy. What are we at? Escort fleet. 43 days, yeah, I'll definitely take 43 days upgrading them. What am I going to do with these battleships is the question. They are absolute pants. The speed is so bad, so we could upgrade the engine up to 26, which is okay, but the refit cost is massive. Screw it, I'm just going to bin these ones off, I think. Right, we've got sonar, so let's get anti-submarine warfare, bits and pieces, depth charges. That way when we engage these subs, we should be able to destroy them. Otherwise, we're going to get absolutely raided around. So we'll start getting these out as well. Pele and Ronaldo are done. So let's go to the design. We do want to upgrade them quickly, just with a better fire control. Should I give them a radar? Refit's 1800. What's a radar? Oh, only a little bit, yeah. Well, we'll give them radar as well. We'll upgrade them just so they've got better spotting, because nothing has radar at the moment. How much is that going to... 76 days. That's a bit annoying, but we do want the extra hit chance. The rest of our navy is trained to regular, so very good damage and defense bonus. So we just want to make sure we get our battleships up to a at least train bit, because at the moment they've got -10. So we'll just train them up. Let's get them on... never repair, and the usual always engage, and then we'll now let's go put them over here, and we'll get them raiding the Atlantic. Well, not raiding the Atlantic, but strike force the Atlantic. Let's go grab all of this African coast up there and see if we can, you know, hold this little channel between Africa and South America. Okay, I think it's time we join the Axis. So let's see if the Germans will let us in, because they won't let us in manually, which is a bit annoying. So we might have to declare on the Allies. There is no one in South America in the Allies yet, which is good. Berlin Accords is done. I haven't got notification. That's bypassed. They have let us join, but I haven't got a notification for it, which is good. And we can immediately join the war, which will give the Allies no chance to reinforce their borders. We're not going to get involved with the Soviets, obviously. First engagement, we have some Dutch destroyers and some convoys, so they are not going to stand any form of chance against our cruisers and battleships. And that should be them all sunk, so a nice easy little win for our Brazilian Navy. Seeing as I have the front line here from Goa, I'm going to take out the Raj and we'll hopefully gain a load of war score from that. Right, I'm going to move to Portugal. No one seems to be in the Atlantic, so I'm going to have to move closer to Britain, I think, for a bit of engagement. No one really wants to engage with. There's Yellow Sea, so there are ships, but no one seems to be about that I can actually attack, which is annoying. I'm going to make my usual, I've totally forgot to do these, the old float planes, radar. These are going to be our spotter quick cruisers. So we'll get these out. These will basically spot stuff and then run away. Let's go pick up this Italian-Brazilian partition, so we should then at least grab a bit of Africa in the peace deal afterwards, which is rightfully ours. I'm really struggling to push them out here. They've got like 40 divisions here. Yeah, 40 exactly divisions, and I can't push them out because of supply. I've got air over as well, but they are just massing in this one tile. First couple of cruisers are out, so let's split them off one each. We'll get them on automatic replacement, actually. We will let them repair low and then never engage. And send them on patrols. So hopefully they should spot some navies for us and we can finally engage, because we are having slim pickings at the moment. Going to just delete a few of these sea zones just so we're not trying to cover so much, and then we can concentrate a bit around. We'll start with Britain, really, and then we'll move over to America. So we'll just sort of head up round the UK. Right, there's a couple of destroyers. Did anyone come to save them? No, but 2 destroyers done. We should lure them out. There's a few cruisers. I'm hoping that they are going to... I saw a fleet there, so there's going to be someone... There we go. Wow, that's a lot, actually. Hopefully we can sink some, but they are actually retreating already. Oh, we didn't even get a carrier. We've got a few destroyers and a few cruisers, which is nice. If we can sink these destroyers, at least that's less of their screen. So a small victory. It'd be nice to have some big ships. Okay, there's a few more. Oh, the carriers are back to reinforce, but I think they're fleeing immediately again. I don't know why they keep engaging and then fleeing. Just want to sink some of these carriers. Okay, there's a battleship done by Ronaldo. There's a few more carriers still left here. They are losing a bit of screens as well, so hopefully we'll sink something. What was that like? A lot of destroyers, but we lost a fair bit as well. Not exactly that successful. We have caught some carriers again, and they seem to be absolutely pummeling us by the looks of it, so I might lose a few more destroyers here. This isn't actually going too well. Right, let's disengage. I can't afford to lose. I think I'm really damaged as well by the looks of it, so let's get them repair. It's not gone as great as I was hoping the first few engagements here. I mean, I technically won that. We did destroy more than them, but I'm incredibly damaged here with my cruisers, so let's definitely get them all in repair. The main ships are okay, but I can't lose the cruisers. At least we seem to be winning a bit on land at the moment, so we've sort of cut India in half. They are reinforcing and we haven't got too many divisions here. We'll get some 1940 cruisers out as well just to help, because we are going to need a bit more firepower, it seems. So we'll get a few of these out to reinforce our main fleet. Germany has landed in Ireland, which is something I've never seen. It must have been when we had naval supremacy. We must have gifted that to them. We do seem... Oh, we are repaired already. I wasn't expecting that. So we've got 30 destroyers and 6 cruisers. I think we're okay. Let's get them back out. Immediately they are engaging with something of the Allies. That's probably helping their D-Day. Oh, and we've got some carriers. Come on, at least get us one carrier. Come on, it's retreating. There's a few more. Oh, we got one. We finally got one. Pele has sunk a carrier, which is good. We do love sinking them. There is another one we might be able to catch. Did we get it is the question. No, we got one carrier though. I'll take that. That's definitely a good win, and we didn't take too much damage either, which is very nice. Few subs here. They're going to go absolutely to the bottom of the sea because of our lovely depth charges. Caught something else here. Hopefully I can get them before they go into the med. We can. Bit of British, couple of battleships and bits and pieces. Destroyers sinking. Managed to get one battleship, which is okay. The rest have run away. Oh, we've re-engaged as well, and they have barely any screens here. This is bad news. Oh, there's 3, and a couple of carriers have just joined in. Why would you bring the carriers in? We've got absolutely no screen. That is life lesson there, kids. Never reinforce with carriers when there's no screens to begin with, and a couple of battleships with no screens as well. This is a massive loss for the British. I mean, I can already tell they're going to be sunk. No screens, and my big boys, you have only got one way to the bottom of the ocean. So, battleship, load of destroyers, 3 battleships and 3 carriers, and a few cruisers as well. That is a big loss to the Royal Navy. Few cruisers and destroyers are doing a bit of damage to us. I think we're a bit too weak now, so our health is very low, so I might let them repair after this. Fair enough, our Admiral is very well trained now. We'll go and get him the capital ship military high command, because we have terrible ones at the moment, so we'll get rid of the naval AA we don't need, and when we get some PP, we'll upgrade to the capital ship one. Problem with no navy near our coastline is we are having an absolute field day by the US during naval invasions. Only small ones which we're pushing out, so we are just losing their units, I suppose. So in the grand scheme of things, it is a good thing. Another engagement in the west. There's a few battleships there. Mussolini is gone, as always. Italy doing Italy bits and pieces. Right, all the battleships managed to get out. We've sunk a few cruisers and destroyers, and another load of screening ships, which is always good. They've all retreated again. We've got, there goes a battleship at least. There goes another battleship. A load more screens. The navy is getting sunk here. They've got a lot of battleships, but they are, ooh, it does seem to be tipping in their favour, although they are running away. Another cruiser and another load of destroyers gone. We are looking like a nice green sea at the moment, which is good. We have taken quite the beating again, so let's get them in for repairs. Yeah, the cruisers are definitely on their last legs. We can't afford to lose them, so we'll just let them rebuild for a bit. We do need to reinforce the destroyers, so we'll get more destroyers out and we'll get some less cruisers because we haven't got too much of a screening fleet out at the moment. What has the UK got left out of curiosity? 111 ships, no carriers, but 11 battleships and 59 destroyers, so still a little bit. Spain has joined the Allies. I've never seen Spain join the Allies where I haven't attacked them. Really annoyingly, that probably means they're going to take Portugal off of me. Right, let's get a full back line here. I haven't got too many divisions to be able to hold it. As long as we can hold the ports, I'll be able to push out. India's a bit of a stalemate. We're holding a naval invasion here, so I haven't got any troops to help out, unfortunately. Argentina's joined the Allies. Just what I needed. I mean, that always happens, so I don't know why I didn't sort of predict that. We do have some manpower. I am lacking equipment, and I don't really have any troops to spare, so we'll have to just quickly get some out in the field. Let's get our navy back over to our coast because I need to stop the US naval invading so I can use those troops to go and take out Argentina because I can't really hold the north with no troops. Right, there's a few Argentinians that try to push and encircled, so we have wiped a few of them out. Those two divisions gone, and hopefully we'll be able to push in. There's a few Mexicans gone. Oh, Mexican pride of the fleet as well, so nice war support negative to them. Can't get this island here, but, you know, it's not to the end of the world. A few Chile ships as well. Let's go and get the support of the Marine so we can get amphibious tanks I don't really want, but the landing craft I do want. I'm lacking manpower, so I could do the America do Sul, but I feel like that would no longer mean with Brazil, so I'm not going to. Instead, we'll go and get some subs or something, I think. There's the Chile pride of the fleet as well. And another one, a battleship. So Chile's navy has well and truly been sunk in the Caribbean Sea, which is good. I did miss the battles, but we've almost got naval supremacy there anyway. Come on then, America. Let's see what you've got. They are immediately retreating already. There goes a battleship sunk by Ronaldo. Oh, the pride of the fleet has gone as well. Unfortunately for you, USA, we've sunk 2 of your battleships. Not sure if making the front line bigger with the Uruguay was a good idea or a bad idea, but should mean it's a good idea, but they do have a lot of troops by the looks of it, even though I can't tell at the moment. Right, I'm going to naval invade around Argentina. Let's see if this just cap them. And, well, it should just confuse them so much. We'll just roll in and grab their victory points. And with that done, we have done our naval doctrine. We've done our marine doctrine as well. So we've got all of the naval XP done. Only a couple of port guards in Argentina, so that's absolutely fine. Fall of Pearl Harbor. Wow, America is also having a very bad day at the moment. Oh, there's a few more port guards here, but our Marines are pretty chonky and very researched up, so we should be okay. Right, I can finally go back down to war economy to help our manpower issue, because I thought as Brazil would be fine, so I went total mode, which turns out to be a mistake. Oh, wow, we've caught one carrier pride of the fleet guarding some convoys. I mean, that's only going to end one way with a US carrier at the bottom of the Caribbean Sea. Right, we seem to have a green sea everywhere now. I don't know where the American fleet is. How much they got left? 145 still, so they've got 15 battleships and 4 carriers left, but I have no idea really where they are. There's one battle I missed where we sunk a bit and lost a destroyer, so that is a very good exchange rate. We will definitely take that. Oh, we're intercepting. Here is a bit of the US fleet. Oh, 6 battleships. That is very nice. The question is, can we sink them, though? We've got a couple. India has capitulated, which is good, finally. The others are trying to fall out. Yeah, they've managed to retreat. We did get 2 and 24 destroyers, so quite a good exchange. They're not what we're looking for. 24 destroyers. We lost a cruiser and a destroyer, which is okay. Right, can we sink them the second time? Oh, there goes 2 battleships. Yes, we can. Absolutely smashed to pieces by a big boy. That is another load of them gone. One by Ronaldo, which is nice. There goes Chile, which is South America dealt with in terms of, well, apart from down here, but that is the little rebellious allies dealt with, so we are back in control of South America. Let's turn the screw on the UK, then let's get into the south. We'll get our CAS over. We've got Green Sea. Let's put them on the old naval support so they get there unabused. They do seem to have less in the UK as the game goes on, which is good, so we have got quite a good beachhead here, so we'll quickly push up before they can reinforce. Just going to naval invade around and see if we can cut them off, because they have reinforced quite quickly, and we're at a bit of a stalemate at the moment. How do I not have Green Sea? I mean, I've got all my fleet here. The British are just not engaging me. I don't see why I don't have green. Well, by the time they've landed, I've actually pushed up already. So, yeah, the UK is getting quite badly overrun. They've got barely any equipment. I mean, we haven't got loads of equipment, but we are much better than they are. There goes the UK, which should mean that anyone is in their ports is repairing, is now going out. I can see some battleships there, so let's quickly see if... Oh, they are engaging them already. There we go. Load of battleships, quite a few screens. Let's see how quickly they get destroyed. I assume they're quite damaged because they're repairing. 6 battleships, yeah, wow, I didn't actually see that that's how many we sunk. 6 battleships, load of destroyers. They are obviously repair ships that were in the port, so very nice hit there. Ooh, a couple of battleships and only a few destroyers. To the bottom of the sea you go. The Brazilian Navy is taking no prisoners now. Let's get back over to America then. It's time to knock them out and end this, I think. We've been toying with them long enough. Our Navy is a little bit damaged, but who cares? It's more than enough for the Americans. Oh, the Soviet Union has capitulated. Oh, I've got 0 war score for that. I mean, I did sink some of their navy, so I feel like I should have a little bit, but who cares? Right, we've got all Green Sea here. I don't really know where... I don't know where this navy is, to be honest, but who really cares then? We'll just bypass it. We have defeated them, I've classed as. We'll just jump in on them now. Right, nice landing in the south here. Only a little port guard in New Orleans, so that's fine. We'll quickly deal with them, and then we will push out. I feel like America needs the Britain and Japan treatment because it's so easy to invade them. They've got like 300 divisions, but they just don't want to bring them back to their back to their country. Why have you stopped walking? I said walk into Los Angeles. That should cap the Americans. Please. Oh, thank God. Right. Peace, dear. We have got majority of the war score, which is good. So let's go ahead and start taking... We're not going to puppet anything. We're just going to take all of the land for the Empire of Brazil. And there we have some very cursed borders. So we've got all of the east coast. We've got Brazilian North American territories as well. Pretty cursed. Got most of South America. A load of Africa as well. A few little islands. And the crowning jewel of our empire of Brazil and Portugal, the India. Let's have a quick look how we did. So older because we haven't done anything in the last year. This is definitely wrong. 12 and 2 carriers. No, we have sunk way more than that. I don't know why that's so wrong, to be honest. Right, between Ronaldo and Pele, let's have a little look. So Ronaldo here has sunk a few battleships, carrier there as well, a few more battleships, 3 carriers there, a few more battleships. More battleships, another carrier, more battleships, another carrier. Wow, this has sunk so much. What's Pele done? Some carriers, a few battleships there, a few more. Oh, load of battleships, but I feel like Ronaldo has definitely won that one. But there we have it, guys. Brazil and Portugal have used super heavy battleships to turn them into naval powerhouses and now rule the waves with lovely, lovely new colonized territories. So Pedro the King has done his objective. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will probably make a few more naval videos, so let me know where you want me to go next. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date. Big shout out to our members for supporting the channel. If you would like to become a member of Kahoot Games, it would be much appreciated so I can continue doing what I do. Thank you as always for watching, and peace out.